In the past 3 months, I've written 2 entire books with AI for a couple of clients who do anywhere from $5 to $75 million per year and use books as one of the primary ways that they get new customers for their business. I'm going to show you exactly where I used AI in the process of creating those books, and I'm going to show you a couple of crucial spots where I intentionally did not use AI so that the book actually produced the results. It was something that my clients were proud of. And when people read their books, they love it. And most importantly, they tell their friends. We are at a stage where AI is an irreplaceable partner in the process of book creation. You absolutely want to be using it, but you do not want to use it in just a couple of key spots so that your book truly feels human and real and authentic. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use AI in all of the stages of the book process so that you can get these results too. So there are 5 big steps when it comes to writing a book. Step number 1 is developing your concept. This is absolutely crucial. You need to be clear on who your book is for, the problem your book solves, and how the book is different from every other book out there. At this stage, AI can act like a fantastic thinking partner that helps you do your competitor research and helps you really articulate the unique mechanism or framework that your book contains. And it can even help you flesh that framework out, give it a cool name, whatever it is, so that when we put the wrapper on the book, it makes it pop. Just like when you're opening a Christmas present, there's something special about it if it's got some shiny wrapping paper and a nice silver bow, instead of just being in a cardboard Amazon box, right? In the same way, the wrapper that you put on your book, which is basically just in the title, so you can at a glance see who it's for, why they should care, is absolutely critical. And you should not write a book until you nail that. AI can do competitor research, help you develop your book concept, and make it stand out from the other books in the pack. Now, stage number 2 is the outline, and this is where AI becomes even more useful. So you used to have to just collect everything, and I don't know, maybe you had a bunch of files on your desktop of your computer, but now AI like ChatGPT and Claude, they have the ability to create a project or to create a GPT, which is basically just like a big hub where you stuff it with all your data and it remembers everything. For example, one of my clients is a very successful real estate investing coach. So when we went to write his book, he sent me 2 half-written books that he had never finished. He sent me some webinar presentations, about 10 different YouTube videos, and he even sent me a bunch of online course videos. And we trained AI on all of that information. We just uploaded it to the project. And so now we can use AI to talk to that data set and to really pull the outline from a ton of material that was very disjointed from the start. And typically you would hire a developmental editor to help you do that. Now AI can comb through that in seconds and say, hey, here's what I think the outline should be for the book. Now, I will say that the first and second and third iteration, it's never really that good, and it often misses really big things. So you have to keep working on it and refining it until you nail the outline. You have to know what type of structure you want your book to use in the first place. A really popular one is just having your origin story up front, and then a few chapters explaining why your book matters and what the reader stands to gain, and then a few chapters explaining what to do, like the actionable part, right? So AI can pull all that information and segment it and organize it real nice for you in the outline phase. And I definitely recommend creating a project or a GPT, if you use ChatGPT, as the data hub. In fact, as a little cool bonus tip, one thing I've started doing is when I have a call with a client whose book I'm writing on Zoom, I record the Zoom calls and then I download the transcripts and I add those to our project, to our data hub. So now AI even knows the thoughts and the feedback that I'm getting from my clients on where the book stands and what they want to add to it. Sometimes they'll launch into these stories right on the Zoom call. Oh, we should add this to the book because one time, I was working with a student and this happened. And then I don't have to remember what was said on that Zoom call because I can just upload it to our data hub and pull that story right out easily. Okay, so that's stage 1, conceptualize your book, and stage 2, outline your book. Now, let's talk about stage 3, actually writing your book. This is where it gets really hairy, and there is no possible way that everyone is going to agree on what is right for this phase. Many people are very opposed to the idea of using AI to actually write your book. And the reason why is it just sounds kind of plastic. It sounds kind of fake. There's all those M dashes throughout the writing. And it's really hard for the result to sound like you, much in the same way that if I used ChatGPT to write all my emails or even to write text messages to my friends, they would know, right? And it would be kind of fake sounding. So what do you do at this stage? Because you literally could just have AI go ahead and draft the chapters, and it would save you hours and hours of sitting there clicking away at the keyboard. Well, it comes down to personal preference, honestly. How much you care about your actual writing sounding very authentic and human versus some people are just very business outcome driven and they just have a really cool thing that they've succeeded with and they want to teach it to other people and they don't so much care about like prose and the words just perfectly sounding like them or showing off their personality. But let me give you an observation from being in the trenches and doing this on a daily basis, because there are many instances where we've used AI to draft the initial chapters. And I know alarm bells going off like, oh, you're writing books with AI. That's just lazy and cheap and all that. Here's what actually happens when you do that. If you've ever gone through this process, you know what I mean. You get the chapter back, right? After you've spent all that time on the concept and the outline, you're like, okay, draft chapter 1. And it does. And first of all, that chapter kind of sucks. It, leaves out a bunch of massive stuff and you have to ask it for a second version and a third version. And then your credits max out and you got to wait until 1 p.m. to, work with it some more because you're pulling so hard on AI to do all this work for you, right? So then you finally get that version that feels right and it has all the right information in there. You still have to go through with a fine-tooth comb and edit that down. And a lot of times the process of doing that is so extensive that the initial AI output of the chapter kind of becomes like an afterthought. Like you can see it there a little bit, but so much has been changed that the book feels more human than AI written. In fact, I sent a book to my editor recently, and this is something where we drafted the chapters with the AI and then just reworked the crap out of it over weeks and weeks to get it right. And my editor, he's done hundreds of books for super big names. And his feedback was, he said, you guys got the structure on this book really well done. It's super solid. And he made a comment that he was really glad that we didn't use AI to write the book because it's not something he believes in. But the funny thing is we did use AI to write those initial chapters, but it was so indiscernible after we had done so much work to it. So that often happens when you really care about the final product. And if we were going to go back and do that book again, we would still use AI to draft the initial chapters because it did save us a lot of time and it helped us to get everything there, even though it was kind of in a sloppy way and it was fake sounding, and we had to go in and clean it up. Now on Claude, you can create a writing style. This is where you upload some writing samples and it learns your style, and it does its best to mimic it in those outputs, and it can do a pretty damn good job. But like I said, at the end of the day, when you go in there and you just refine it over and over and you clean it up, it's going to have more of your human touches on it and just some remnants of that initial AI output. Now that brings us to the fourth stage of writing a book, which is the editing phase. And this is where the magic happens. If you know, you know, editing is where you really take a book that's just good and you make it great. Think like when Michelangelo was carving the statue of David, and it took him like 4 years to do that. And he started with a block of marble. Over those 4 years, he just kept refining it, and slowly the beautiful statue of David appeared. That's what the editing process is like. Where AI shines is, if your manuscript is 30 to 40,000 words, every time you read through that, it's going to take you half the day to get through the book. Whereas you can tell AI to read the whole book in 10 seconds and suggest areas for improvement. It's going to find areas where you didn't have very good stories, areas where there's too much fluff, or stories that are redundant from one chapter to the other. So really, before you actually do your granular, fine edit of the book, you can have AI take a few pass-throughs at a really high level and say, just give me like the top 3 areas of improvement for this book, and then go in and fix those things first. That saves you time, because when you get to your manual edit, which is absolutely critical, you still have to do this. AI is not anywhere close to good enough at writing books for you to not need to read through your book probably at least 10 times from start to finish and constantly make it better, refine, remove everything as possible. And wouldn't you want the book to be as close to perfect as possible before you start investing your manual time into editing it? That's where AI shines in the editing phase. It's not so much granular editing. It's more of high-level developmental editing. That's where I recommend using AI when it comes to the editing phase of your book. And it's going to make a ton of mistakes. It's going to tell you to add a story to chapter 7, and you'll add it, and then you'll realize the same story's in chapter 3. And then it's going to tell you to add a cool quote to chapter 9, and then later you're going to be like, no one ever said this quote. This was totally made up. It's very frustrating to use AI to help you write books, but we still do it at the end of the day because it is faster and more effective than just doing it the manual way completely. Like if you think about if you were gonna put a new patio in your backyard and you had to dig up the old one, well, if you bring in a bulldozer to do that initial dig, it's going to make that project way faster, right? But at some point, you got to use your hands, to actually lay the stones and the grout and make it look really shiny and beautiful. And you might even use some of your own artistic design in the way it's laid out. So it's like a combination of heavy duty machinery with that final human touch. And that is the same way that we use AI in the process of creating a book. You have to just be okay with it sucking in the ways that it does, where it makes stuff up, etc., so that you can ultimately save time in the long run versus trying to do it yourself. Because the reality, whether people like it or not, is that our little human brains that we have in here are not nearly as powerful as AI when it comes to just reading through large amounts of data, which is what a book is, and pulling from even bigger data sets when it comes to creating the book in the first place. And then finally, stage 5 is when we publish this book, when we make it live. In this stage, I use AI to help my clients with their keyword research. We just recently had one of my clients whose book ranked number 1 on Amazon in one category and number 2 in another category. And AI helped me identify the right categories for us to choose. It also wrote an SEO optimized Amazon description for his book that contained those keywords and a bunch of endorsements and quotes that we had gotten from other people in his network. And also, when we got his book cover designed, we used AI to improve it, to really give us feedback and, use more elegant text and create more white space on the cover and shorten the back cover blurb so it didn't look so wordy. There's all these use cases for the book cover too. And one of the big things that I do for my clients is I help them build book funnels. So we don't just sell it on Amazon, but we also build a book funnel so that they can sell it on their own website, make more money, capture emails and phone numbers, and follow up and ultimately sell whatever product or service they want to sell behind the book. And in the funnel phase, AI is also extremely useful in helping with writing copy for the pages, scripting the videos, writing the emails, etc. So at the end of the day, make AI your right-hand man or woman, your thinking partner when it comes to developing your book. You're going to end up with a better product overall in less time, but you have to remember that you're writing a book for humans, and the humans want to feel something real when they hold your book. It's not so much about the writing. It's really about the stories that you tell in the book, because that's what resonates with humans the most and sticks with them is story. And so you can use AI in any way you want when you write your book. But if you put out a plastic product that has no heart, no soul, and it's written very generically, and it doesn't show off your unique frameworks, and it doesn't tell real stories, and you did not put that human layer of touch on the book, then people are going to feel that. They're probably just going to toss your book in the pile and it'll be forgotten. If you want a full hour-long training of how I turn little $7 books into $7,000 clients, you're going to want to check out this video here. And thanks for watching.